there are some comics and some animation, like that's their palette. And I think maybe something like that's really graphic. Generally, like that's the colors you're gonna see on those characters. For me, and also the way Irma, who does most of the coloring on the stuff that I do, her stuff is like her paintings are affected. She paints light, so the color she chooses depends on whether the sky is gray or sunny or red because of a supernatural storm. So it doesn't really matter what color I chose, but what does matter is that we've decided that the jacket is kind of matte and it's kind of a subdued blue, so that when she does paint it according to the scene, she can work off that and adjust it according to the lighting. Okay, so I've got one down. Now this part is one of my favorite parts. We just do kind of tiny little iterations. Oh, my Clip Studio crashed. Okay, so now I can try out different things. I don't want to break it too much because I don't want to redraw too much with this version. I'm just trying out things like, what happens if he doesn't have a tie? He's got a golf shirt. What if he has stripes at his socks? Just to see how they look. Because you don't know if something works until you try it out. And I like this part because it's quick and it's fun. Some badges on the sleeves. And yeah, that's that. Boom, boom, change. Now let's give him a different color scheme. I think I go with a yellow with this one. I keep on talking about a yellow coat. I guess I'm fixated with that. One thing I found it's kind of nice because I can literally do this forever. Designing characters is probably my favorite part of the process. I was a character designer before I did comics. I didn't do anything too cool, but it was quite enjoyable. It's sort of like we all have our warm blanket when it comes to art. Some people like world building. Some people like drawing robots. Some people like rendering 3D shapes. If you're a writer, maybe you like writing lore, and you kind of go into your comfort zone where you don't know what else to do. Character design is sort of my thing. So I could literally go on forever. If you give me in an ideal scenario, if I was to work on a comic, if I could have like a pre-production period, which is a bit odd in comics, I guess. I think they just sort of hit the ground running. But if I could have months and months and months just to design a whole cast of characters and iterate, I would use every second of that until the end. And they would have to force me to give up on it, and I would have to. And then I would make the comic because that part's hard, and I delay that as often as far as I can. Here I'm trying to. Okay, so going back to that, because I don't have anybody enforcing a deadline on me, I have to tell myself, okay, I'm only gonna allow myself today to luxuriate on this design, and then I'm gonna stop. I have to go do something productive, or I have to make a decision about something, whether it's working or it's not. But while I am in that day, I keep going at it and having fun. I'm trying out this Charlie Brown-esque sweater. Longer pants. I tend to, same for the pants, the same way I like to have those the wrists kind of showing, I actually kind of like the ankle showing too, but there's a danger when it seems like his jacket's too small for him and his pants are too small. But I don't know which one I keep here. So with this part, I don't really, again, like I'm not rendering anything. There's no form. It's just flats. Render is a comfort in rendering, but I find if you have good flat colors, sometimes you don't need anything else. Or you can be really judicious with your rendering, like a little bit here and there, and especially with my style, which is pretty cartoony. I seem to be just color picking straight from that sweater. Oh, that's the other thing. There's this impulse to feel like you don't want to cheat. I use cheating in quotes when it comes to art, like using reference and stuff. And I can understand it. It's you certainly, you want to do things yourself, but if there's colors, like if you see colors in something that appeals to you, color pick them. Use those tools. The important part is to think about it analytically. Color pick them, apply them to your characters, and then do you want them? Like look at them, think about it, tweak them if you don't like them, and think about why you like them or why you don't like them. What the danger is if you're just grabbing those colors and then because you like this other picture that you saw and applying them without even thinking about why it's working for you. But if you're learning from something and something else speaks to you, steal it. There's a, as long as you steal from everything, you'll come out, it'll still be you, because everything that you've quote unquote stolen from kind of describes you and your influences and your interests. But if you just steal from one thing, well, that's when it can become plagiarism. So I think I'm almost near the end here. I think this is sort of where I stop. Yep, that's it. And so that's sort of I hope that was interesting for you guys. Hope I didn't drone on too long. I've spoken for 45 minutes. My throat is kind of hoarse, but let me know, guys. Let me know what you guys think about that. If you enjoyed it, I'll try to do some more. And feel free to ask me any questions, and I'll try to answer you guys. Okay, have a good day.